So, I am in my hotel room right now. This is the pagoda. As you know, it's the last room that was even available. So I got like two beds, two little single beds, twin beds or whatever. And then I have another bedroom over there. Three beds for little old me, bunking it all by myself in this big room. Whatever's. And I just came back from the Bill Burr show. Worth it. Absolutely. And it was just hilarious because he apparently didn't expect it to sell at all. Like, he thought maybe he'd make a couple $100 so he could go to the Pro Bowl. Turns out they sold every single chair. We had to wait a while to make sure everyone squeezed in and everybody had a seat. It was very tightly constricted and made it a little harder to clap and laugh and stuff without being awkward around strangers, but it was still a great show. And he just railed on a few things that he would normally go off about. People laughed and it was kind of funny, but then like he was sort of throwing Shaka, making jokes about some, he broke the fourth wall, started addressing the audience, and basically started learning things through conversation. It was basically just kind of talking and asking us things. It was almost like just a convention panel at one point, and it was basically it came down to like he found out what the word haole meant, and he basically found out that it was like, it was an insult, and people said like, yeah, it's the H word, and he's like, oh, so that's what people are saying, like, you effing howlies, and he had his like mainlander voice when he said it, and it just made it like the enunciation was perfect. It was like spot on, stereotypical, derogatory, and it just was said with a total like Boston, New Yorky, nerdy accent. I don't know. It was just great. Probably the best laugh of the day. And it wasn't even scripted, just chatting. Let me show you what happened. Check it out. I'm dressed up all spiffy. I'm a little messy up now, but I'm wearing this cool shirt. Wrangler. Awesome gift I got for Christmas. And thing is, I actually had this awkward dilemma where I wondered, what should I wear for this? I should wear an Aloha shirt. I should dress classy. It's an occasion. I spent all this money and I want to, look good to impress. I just wore this basic shirt. I chickened out. I actually brought an Aloha shirt here. It's like my go-to special occasion shirt. A blue one. Got the plants, the lei, and the ukuleles and everything. I don't know. It was just like, it's touristy, right? It's like tacky to wear an Aloha shirt. We live in Hawaii. We can dress normal. And I just wondered, like, I could do something that sort of stands out. Blue, it's my thing. It's like it's my special shirt. Or I could just conform and wear a normal cool green shirt. I like this shirt still yet. I'm very grateful to have it. But then it was like, I had that moment of doubt, chickened out. And guess what? I should have thought of it like this. Really, a conversation starter. If anything, that's all the shirt is. But for comedians, conversation starters are like snap on it jokes. I don't know. He actually at some point commented, you know what, you all live here in the islands and not one of you are wearing an Aloha shirt. And that would have been my moment to shine. I could have just like stood up like, bam, Aloha. Stupid little thing. There was one guy who got to stand up and he got all the attention. He's like, yeah, that's kind of Aloha, that's a good one, alright, yeah, you earned it, you live here, right on. Gave him props, and I'm just like, oh, I should have kept my shirt. And he was like, yeah, I wanted you guys to be wearing Aloha shirts, playing your ukuleles. I didn't even expect many to be here, but it's like, I have ukuleles on my shirt. Oh, how much more like stereotypical and cliche could that have been? So I'm just, that was my one regret, but I got to bring all my Bill Burr swag, get it autographed. 2 DVD specials. His book, Cheat, Man's Guide to Infidelity. Very interesting subject matter. Sociological, like observations about polygamy and monogamy, and I don't necessarily condone it all. It's just a very interesting and hilarious book. But had him autograph them all. It was great. I'm sad though. I'm kind of bummed out to hear. Apparently he had to cancel his Pro Bowl trips. That was like he came over here for the Pro Bowl. He wanted to get his girlfriend over and do all this great stuff together and enjoy Hawaii and full on tourist out. He was going to be in Aloha shirts. He was going to hang out for a week, but for whatever reason he had to cancel that. So he's gone first thing in the morning. 6 a.m. He's gone on a jet plane. I don't know what the details is. Maybe he'll talk about it in his podcast. I'm a very prominent follower, and I would encourage anyone who like is watching this. Who's watching this? I don't even know who I'm putting this out for. I just was bored and I put it on YouTube and then I put it on Facebook. Didn't get any attention. I don't know. But if anyone is watching, I could recommend definitely check out Bill Burr. And it sounds like he wants to come back for next year because he does have to go to the Pro Bowl again. But like more than that, he'll actually make make money because it was a big turnout, more than anyone expected. I came all this way. I spent $29 for the actual tickets to sit there. I could have spent $39 and got front row, and I didn't. I was like too late. It filled up very fast, and you know, once I got my tickets reserved and stuff, I was like, yeah, no one's gonna care. Who cares about Bill Burr in Hawaii? I'm in this. And yeah, very next day, totally sold out of front row tickets. I just got general seating. Glad I didn't miss out though. That would have just been the worst. Anyways, bottom line, I very much enjoyed myself. Here I am back to my lonely, boring hotel room, and my friend Chris is probably gonna come and get me. Cool story. He's a good friend of mine, and I basically had like a bit of a guise, even though most of this trip was to visit, like enjoy the comedy of Bill Burr and everything, and then maybe do some shopping around. I also made it a business trip because I filmed a wedding video, good few months ago at this point. Almost, no, you know what? Several months. It's almost a year. Gosh. Anyways, I took forever to make this video for him. He got married recently, and it was very special and nice and kind of wistful, remembering good old times, and he's growing up and now he's all married, and but whatever. Just I could never bring myself to finish editing the video because it was just like kind of heavy. I didn't know if I could make it as good as I would have liked it to be, and it's special for him, and whatever the case, I finally got it done last minute just so that I could like have something else of an excuse, something to do while I'm here. Was delivered to him in person, and yeah, he's gonna like go over it with me. We're gonna, I think he works till midnight. If I'm not comatose by then, gosh, I've been like up this whole time. Oh, whatever. 7 minutes. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I don't know who's watching this. I give you props and I thank you for like bearing with it until now. What do I say now? Subscribe, leave me a comment in the box, and I will talk with you fellas later. Aloha.